Control. All right. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It is the ESSF friendlies, and we've got an interesting turn of events. A lot of countries participating today, a little bit of a show match before the IESF officially kicks off. So big shout out to production. We've got GP in the house as well, and the ESSF coming together to bring you guys all of this action. So I'm super excited. I saw some countries in there, and I'm supporting some countries as well. I'm seeing the likes of Tunisia, I'm seeing Somalia, I'm seeing Kenya, and again, it's very interesting. But we've got some interesting maps lined in. We start off with Sanhok, then we head over to Erangel for match 2, and then Miramar, and then Erangel to close things out. Super exciting, super action all through the night. But let's not forget, it's still gonna be action packed. There's a lot of action coming through. There's a lot of teams that are trying to show a little bit of what they got before the official roundup comes through. So yeah, tell me in the comment section, who are you looking forward to supporting? I want to see those flags in the chat. I want to see who you are supporting, what country you're supporting. I saw some interesting teams locking in, and I want to see all of that in the chat, all of that in the comment section. Everybody, I want to see more of that going forward. But we are starting off with Sandhawk. I don't know what to expect. I know the drop spots have been dropped through, but again, not necessarily expecting everybody to use this to their advantage. But let's get straight into the game. It's Sandhawk, baby. It's the ESSF friendlies, and let's see what we've got lined in. And I would love to reiterate that there is some discrepancies here. It's a very interesting playing path that we've got for ourselves in this game. Again, I would expect nothing less than what we've already got. Cutting right through from that, I would say the eastern side, just towards the northwest from I think from Lakawi all the way down to Hathin. It cuts just right through the middle, a little bit towards the north, avoids boot camp a little bit, but I'm pretty sure we're going to see some teams head over to boot camp. Do they care? No. Do they want the action? Yes, they do. They want all the smoke, and I am here for it. But without further ado, the action. It looks like it's about to kick off relatively very, very quickly. Paradise Resort. Looks like they will be having a little bit of a clash of heads here. But for the most part, Eagle Claws, not so much. I think they are going to have that for themselves. And it looks like Jaba gets a drop again. And it looks like Zen will be on the receiving end there. Isco with the blade, cutting and slicing. And that is not the way they were expecting to start today's games, but it is part of the risk you take when you do get caught out. A little bit of an inkling here for Eagle Claws. You're going to enjoy this one there, but it looks like TGF going to be on the receiving end of that one as well. They will lose one. Again, early engagements will lead to early bodies. Solo Esports still just outside of Paradise Resort. That is the #1 team from Senegal. I have been expecting to see them more in tournaments. I think they are currently the champions of the Clash of Clans, right? Speaking of Clash of Clans, I think we do have the finals coming up next week. So all eyes are going to be on that one as well. I believe Solo Esports should be in that going forwards. But Team Djibouti is also out here in Cow, I believe. And they are setting up quite nicely. But it looks like Violence will be the one to go down, and Xenos also taking one for the road. Solo Esports will lose one now. Jaba has to be very careful there. Manages to make his way through. He's secured 2 eliminations, so that should put him on that little MVP race within himself there. But he has been spotted by Mauritius. I think it is going to be unique, setting the standards high here. All it takes is one spray, and it is good. And Kaish gets the drop on him immediately, and that will put things into a different perspective for Unique. Again, they won't think about this again going forwards, but a little bit of a rotation inside of Cow. Again, it is a very hard area to fight out of. Exist trying to play off that right-hand side. Could break that defense. Legacy as well. But right now, Frags and Legacy will have to play off just a little bit deeper from the south, but they still have to be careful. Djibouti will have something in, but they are stacked in. That is a dangerous position to play right now. Unique have the numbers advantage and the positional awareness. This could work out in their favor if they play all of their cards right. But again, it is dangerous to go this close. They could get easily isolated, and one player could be discovered and sent quickly back into the lobby. There will be no pickups. Frag's making his own play, but take a look at Exist. He has a beautiful off angle. That could be the big decider for Unique again. But Mauritius do have this one potentially in the bag if everything goes the way they want to plan it. Well, that's a beautiful grenade, and he's been spotted, but Isco, unfortunately, will be the first victim. And now Kaishi is looking for a way through. He sets it in, but he immediately will take the consequences of that one, and he will be sent back into the lobby now. Djibouti in trouble. They've got two knocked away. And now it's two players left. Jeba's on the first floor, looking for a way through. Champion. They are trying to get themselves back into full strength. It's a 4 versus 3 as it stands. If they can get the pick through. Frag's on the back end. They might decide to toss a grenade just over the top side there, but unfortunately, it's not going to be the case. He does switch immediately to the S12K, and he might want to close this one out relatively very quickly. Isco back to full strength. Oh, what a grenade that was. Keish is the victim of that grenade, a victim of circumstance, and now Djibouti will push forward. Jeba plays off the right-hand side. He goes for the flush, immediately gets a drop on him, but it also gets dropped off as well. Champion trying to circle back. Isco peeks out. He's going to get dropped away as well. Legacy coming through for the clutch. Unique have the numbers advantage, the 2 versus 1. Surely they can clutch this out. Is he going for the pickup? He is. And Cosmos immediately getting swept away by Exist, and this is everything working hand in hand right now for Unique. And Team Mauritius is on fire. You're doing everything right, but that grenade could be detrimental to Champion. They still haven't conceded anybody so far. Grenade pops again to shield them back. Jeba, unfortunately, has been sent back into the lobby. Things are looking very slim for Team Djibouti. Can they hold on? It's a 4 versus 2. Unique have everything working for them. The numbers, the angles. I mean, it was very difficult for Djibouti to make something happen here. They were stacked in. They didn't have a lot of position to play out of, so they were easily squeezed into one corner to play from that position. And Unique capitalized on that with the numbers and capitalized on that with the advantage of positions that they already had. Everything worked in their favor so far. They didn't lose any player. That is to show you how exactly they will plan to start this friendly. In case plays off a little bit, trying to circumvent a position for the rest of his teammates, but they have to be careful. There's ops in the area as well. We've got no more in the vicinity, if I'm not mistaken. So that could be a very, very serious warning for them. Don't lose out. Could it be Neo? It might be Neo. Actually, just hanging around in the vicinity. I think it is Neo Esports. But Djibouti on the other side, they are grateful for their 2 eliminations, courtesy of Jaber. But unfortunately, the play zone has shrunk even further. This is match 1 of 4. Still 3 more games after this, and looks like Tunisia could be in trouble here. It's Monax from Neon Rising, Team Nigeria in the cut. They get the first drop. That could be something potential going on into that side, but they need to close this out. And it looks like Zen is also in the mix. And there looks like there's 3 teams now occupying positions in this area, so things could go from bad to worse for one of these teams. Unique have to wrap this up. They have to make this quick. Isco in an off angle here. Frags may be discovered. And if he is discovered, it's going to be good night for him, surely. A Champion peeks out. He's spotted by Keish. Will be getting knocked away. That will be back into the lobby. They will go. Looks like Neon Rising getting themselves into a little bit of a back and forth here with Tunisia, I believe. Again, Isco all by his lonesome. He switched over to the DBS, but there is no safety. And he will go back, and it's a play zone that claims that extra body. Unique are not going to like that one. Mauritius starting off very strong. Couple of eliminations, nobody's caught, but there's still teams around them. More ammo getting knocked away here. Neon Rising in major trouble. They might be getting slammed in here. They are in a 2-2 split, and it's going to cost them. Here comes more pain. Switches over to the DBS. Might be getting dropped off into the corner. He takes a hit, spurs back, turns his back to the opposition. He gets dropped away immediately, and that is going to be 2 bodies in the open for Neon Rising. They will be losing to more pain, and more ammo will be going back into the lobby. Nigeria not starting on the best foot. But there is still a lot of time to turn it around. Tunisia doing everything right. 2 eliminations to the good. They might want to close this out. I'm pretty sure they are aware of Neon Rising. We want to reposition themselves again. Think twice about this one. Big moves right now, playing underneath the bridge. I think they do have a sight line. This could be what changes everything, and it looks like Casanova is the one to put the screws to Unique. They will lose 3. Wow, that is a very horrendous way to kick things off. And looks like Kaish will be the last one to go. Unique is swept away. Well, that's a solid spray from Morris Stees. He has given away the position. And it's going to be a very hard rotation for them to make out of this position as well. But it looks like Madagascar have Neo in trouble as well. They will be trading off again and again. And they are down to just 2. Team Bennett. That's a big shot. Ooh. Cosmos is thinking about this one. He's thinking about it hard. He's thinking about it long and hard. Yeah, if he wants to go out for this, but he might decide to go out for the finish. He does go for the finish. That's 3 eliminations for Cosmos. Team Bennett is looking very comfortable here, although they are playing as 2. That has never hurt them before. And that is a good way to kick things off. But looks like Madagascar will also be joining them, unfortunately, back into the lobby. Not necessarily the way they wanted to start today at all, but it's not enough. There's still a chance to do something here, but Chicken Dinner, game number 1 is a big confidence boost. It's now a matter of if it can be consistent. I think Team Bennett want to go for the rotation. Take a look at that. It is lazy for Team Ghana. And it looks like things are not looking too comfortable for him. He switches immediately to the DBS, gets the first drop. And he tries to go for the flush, but immediately gets snuffed out. And Ghana will lose one of their players. Again, they are in a very tricky spot. A little bit of a split going on there. Lazy gets caught out all by his lonesome. In phase 3 of the circle, it's not the best way to kick things off, but it is still part of the strategy that they are applying as it stands. They are getting chased down, though. So they will think twice. And it looks like it is Team Nigeria that pulls up to them in that northern hillside. They will want to hold the hill for the most part, but it looks like Solo Esports will be creeping up on that high ground position as well, trying to make something out of this. Devil from Ghana sets a sight line above the threshold. That works. That could work as well. But eyes on the prize here. Aura gets dropped away. No more. in some serious trouble, though. And Mauritania also in some major trouble. Everybody's taking hits from the blue zone. The rotations now would be the time to start making them. They might take a lot of damage. It might take a lot of resources to get out of that spot into a better position. But right now, no more. 4 eliminations and all of their players up. Everything is working out for them. Tunisia making their way through as well. And they have Triple S just around the corner. And that is going to be a very interesting engagement to come through. No Mercy will be sent back. We'll be sending them back into the lobby. It is going to be S4E. Somalia Forever will close that one out immediately. TGF trying to make their way through. They're taking hits. They're getting dropped. There's a lot of commotion going on. Playzone is not making things any easier as well. As Fargas gets dropped away as well. And they will buy another one. And Tunisia just holding the zone, holding the play zone, holding the line as well. Trying to make something out of nothing. Looks like Solo Esports might be of the same opinion. Tunisia. Or do they call it Tunisia? Is it Tunisia or Tunisia? I mean, because I know Asia is Asia and Tunisia is Tunisia. I mean, it's only a no-brainer. But Niger might have plans of their own. They're trying to close this out. I believe they've got some opposition in front of them. They might decide now is the time to make something happen for them. They might get a little bit more proactive. That could be very interesting going forward. Mauritania crashing the party. They are just south of Camp Alpha and they will decide to call this place home for the main part. But the bullets have already started to fly out. Hawk, Eagle Claws trying to find their way through. The bodies start to fall. Peaky as well. Young to follow suit. There's trouble all over the entirety of this area. And Neon Rising, I believe, are holding Camp Alpha just for themselves. It's going to be a very hard shift and a very hard zone to hold on to. Well, that's another grenade. Farkas might be getting dropped away. Devil finally breaks inside. Will get the drop as well on them. And they will use their vehicle to get out of dodge. Clever gets a drop on UG Boy again. Solo Esports could be in trouble. It's a trade-off from Tunisia and Senegal. And they might be having a little bit of a tricky one here. Wick gets the drop on them as well. Triple S trying to hold on inside of Camp Alpha. Neon Rising in the vicinity. They've been hearing all the commotion going on. That's a good grenade, perfectly launched as well from Wick. And that one might get the job done, but it's not going to. They will trade off again. Peter gets dropped off to follow suit. Payne in the back end getting caught out, and Mados will be swept away. Eagle Claws will claw them back into the lobby. I wonder what country Eagle Claw is from. I'm curious. But there is a lot of progression coming through, and here comes Neon Rising, trying to close this out, trying to keep them at bay, trying to get the job done. Wick has been spotted. One grenade could be launched perfectly here, but I believe they've got a little bit of the zone to work with. Young as well. They do have the numbers. They do have the angles. Triple S should be able to close this out. More Steez just holding off into back corner as well. And they might decide to close this one and pause it out. But no more Aura will be sent back into the lobby as well. It's going to be a hard rotation. It's going to be a very hard shift to make through. Solo Esports still in the mix there, playing it a little bit closer towards the southwestern side, and things could go from bad to worse. Grenades continue to fly out from Mornax, trying to close this out quicker. Well, more Steez does have a sight line onto the guys from Solo Esports as they make their own rotation. It's a good grenade sent over. It's a potential for a third party here. And things are starting to go from bad to worse again. And here they come. Beautiful shot from Ikino. Stiff backs into the corner. Gets the first drop. The DBS sways from side to side. Doesn't connect. More Steez in a 1 versus 2. Team Nigeria going on so many different angles. A jump shot, trying to turn back, but he turned his back to the opposition. And it is going to be good night for Neon Rising. And it looks like Ghana will be holding the lines into that central position. Things are looking up for them as well. I believe they've got a couple of numbers quite situated inside. The numbers started continuously reducing, keeping the rest of the opposition at bay. Starting to fly out and hold out. And there's a little bit of chaos brewing here. Triple S, they did lose one, but they do have the numbers. And now they need to use those numbers to find their way into that circle. S4E just up north. Things are not looking well for Ghana either, as they will be dispatched as well. Kino did get dropped away, but give a little bit of inkling here to close that one out, but they will be taking more and more hits. Oh, that was a dangerous grenade. And Young is not going to be so lucky. He's also going to be getting swept away. One grenade is all it takes to close that out, and they will bounce that one off the walls. Cap to Pain. Pain is a relative right now. Triple S in dire situations. The Eagle Claws holding on. They continue to mount the pressure, but S4E will close the gap finally. And Hulk trying his best to make a way through, but they do not have the play zone. They will need to make that advance. Klaus has the sidelines. 7 eliminations for Somali forever. And all they need to do is wait it out. All they need to do is hold the lines. But it would be wiser for Eagle Claw to just tank the blue zone here. Hawk does not have anywhere to go. He doesn't have any angles, any bases to cover. If they can get Klaus knocked away, maybe they could get a chance. But it's not looking likely as well. Oh, that was very close. Klaus had to be very careful there to think that one through. But it's not going to be the case. That's a solid grenade. Very solid grenade. But a couple of inches too shy out. Doesn't get the job done. He peeks out over to the top side and immediately gets dropped off. And that will be game number 1. Somali forever getting the job done. S4E with that first chicken dinner, and they turn things around, and that is C. Absolutely incredible performance from them. They had the entirety of the zone to work with, and they kept themselves alive for the most part, and everything worked out in their favor. Solid game. Solid game. I can't even be mad at that. You know, they had the zone, they played everything to perfection. They showed what they were capable of. A couple of eliminations to follow through. I believe they got 9. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Solid game in Sandhawk. What a way to boost your confidence. What a way to start the day. It doesn't get any better than that. 1 game down, 3 more to go. I did enjoy the performances I saw from, you know, Tunisia, Solo Esports, a couple of Triple S as well. They did do as well. But, you know, let's take a quick look at the stats. Let's see what the vibes are giving. Let's see what the vibes are saying. We'll take a look at that. Yep, they got 8 eliminations, actually. And I think the play zone did steal one away from them, unfortunately. But it is all part of the game. 470 in damage from No Mercy. He was the main guy. He was absolutely cooking. 2 apiece for Klaus and the Beast. And they show us exactly what they are made of. They are looking very comfortable, you know, starting the day with 8 eliminations and a chicken dinner. But, you know, let's take a look at that leaderboard. 18 points. That is how you want to start today. Eagle Claws in 2nd place with 12. Tunisia also in 3rd place with 12. Team Niger in 4th place with 10. Cameroon in 5th. Ghana in 6th as well with 5 points apiece. Senegal with 3 points. Same with Benin and Nigeria and Mauritius, all the way down to 10th. Madagascar in 11th, Djibouti in 12th, and Mauritania, Guinea, Congo, and DRC yet to make any points on the board. Good way to kick things off. Very good way to kick things off for S4E. But now, as it stands, you already see potential for the MVPs. No Mercy leading the charge, with Hulk doing the most amount of damage for EC2 spawn with two great eliminations there to cut it through. Longest elimination, 251 meters. It was Hulk to put it in. I mean, Hulk was putting in work in this last game for Eagle Claw. Knockers for Team Ghana was also the top traveler, traveled 29.42 meters, only to get knocked out, unfortunately. But it is still part of the game. You got to put some work in. You got to travel the map and learn where the ops are hiding, even if they discover you first. Good game, regardless. But now, game number 1 is done. Somali Forever will take the game. Sandhawk, 18 eliminations, 18 points. 8 eliminations. Chicken dinner doesn't get any better than that. It does, but you still gotta be ready to kick things off into the next game. But Sandhawk has been fun. We're heading in to the next map. I believe it is Erangel, to get your adrenaline pumping, much more tactical, much more synergy based, and I'm super excited to see who's going to take that game. So stay tuned. Don't run away. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I will be right back for match number 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. It is the ESSF National Friendlies, and it is me here, Priest, bringing you the action. So, big shout out to the Somalian Esports for bringing you guys this, and GPE is on the production. So, we just saw Somalia Forever take that first chicken dinner. Well deserved, 8 eliminations and a chicken dinner. Good way to start things off. 18 points to the good, but in winning things like these, you got to be consistent. You got to put in the work. You have to be consistent, and it just shows. It just shows the levels, the ability, of these players. And S4E are starting very strongly. They are starting very, very strongly. They're showing what they're made of, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of the same. We did just see Sandhawk. Now we're gonna see, Erangel. What do you have in Erangel? Different type of strategy, different type of format. If you are trying to play Erangel, and you bag a lot of eliminations inside of that map is significantly much more difficult because of how big Erangel is, and when it comes to playing in the regionals and the qualifiers of the ISF tournament, Erangel is the uh, more preferred map. I think it's a little slightly more played than the other two maps, but I think it could be tied off in this year's regional qualifiers. But that aside, we've seen some action. Somalia starting off on the stronger foot. Eagle Claw and Somalia Forever both putting up amazing numbers, both putting their best foot forward. But now it's all about consistency. They have the ball in their court. Can they take it to the finish line? Can they see themselves through? It's not about how you start. It's always about how you finish. But if you start strongly, there's nothing wrong with that as well. So big game we just saw. Can we do more of the same inside of the next map? All eyes will be on these top teams from the last game. Can they do more of the same? Can they turn up? Because there's going to be more pressure. Teams are starting to feel a little bit more comfortable in match number 2. But we'll see for ourselves. It's going to be a very interesting game. Erangel requires a little bit more tacticality. Those teams that do love to play splits, it disfavors them more than the other teams that do love to play as a unit. But regardless, it still boils down to the situation where you find yourself. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to keep you all updated on the leaderboards and everything inside of the cut. But now I want to get your predictions in the chat. Who are you rooting for? Is it Madagascar? Is it Mauritius? Is it Mauritania? Is it Team Unique? Is it Neon Rising? Is it Ghana? I didn't see Kenya in the cut though, but regardless, the action continues, and we are about to find out who is the most consistent of the bunch. 2 games, 2 more to go. Lane path is very, very clean cut and not too strenuous coming in from that north. And I am going to be impressed with who makes the best rotations possible. But I would be amiss, if I didn't know exactly what the plan was here for most of these teams trying to make their way in to that final third. There's now big potential for a couple of teams here. This playing path, though, it cuts right down the middle of Pachinki as well, Gatkar, Kori, Ferrypier, Primosk, all of these places very much playable. A lot of teams in Yasnaya, play zone opened up quite nicely as well towards that north and northwestern side. It's going to be a very interesting rotation to come through here. Djibouti will have a concept as well to follow through, but it looks like Tunisia could be in some trouble here. Spawn gets caught out and knocked away, and back into the lobby he will go. That is not the best way to start the game at all. They did finish very strongly in the previous game, but it looks like things are not going to go their way in this one, as they will most likely be getting caught out. If I've seen Djibouti, and I believe there's another team. Looks like it's Somali Forever, the winners from the previous game. It looks like it's them and Djibouti just locking horns here inside of the northern side of Severny. So they are going to think twice about this one. No Mercy has heard the footsteps. He has gone out to inform the rest of the opposition and his teammates. So they all have to be very careful. Ooh, Jabba had to be very careful with that one as well. That grenade was inch perfect. Believe his position has been compromised, but that grenade should serve as warning. He should be aware that the grenade has given away his position. He has been warned. Again, Djibouti gonna have to think this one through very nicely. As Somali Forever do have some interesting angles here. But have they overextended a little bit too much? Have they capitalized on the position they've got right now? But it looks like more Stees will lock out the knockers. It looks like Ghana versus Nigeria is going on in the cut. One elimination puts Neon Rising inside of the front foot. So it looks like No Mercy now sets his sight on again, continues to correlate with the Honey Badger. Yeah. But he pump fake with the grenade there, just a bait and switch. Jabba will not be falling for it. Gonna think twice. Gonna advance a little bit better as well, but again, it's really about the context of how they make this happen inside of these positions. Again, it will require a lot of sacrifices going forward. They will have to think twice again about this. But Mornax has secured a little bit of a +1 for the team there. He's trying to circle back and find a better spot for his team. So, ooh, that's a good trade-off, but unfortunately it's not the case. They are going to try again. Neon Rising now. Can they brush through? Mornax trying to lock it in. More Stees playing off the back end. One grenade could change everything here for either of these teams. We're going to find out who's going to change for. Monarch's trying to circumvent that right angle position. But Stees is making the play. He's making the advance. He's pushing up a little bit closer than one would like. Lazy as well, circling back and forth. Not giving away too much of his angles, not giving away too much of his position. Continues to make the advance. Team Nigeria, can they capitalize on this? A little bit of a bricked up position for Ghana. Ooh. And the grenade has finally connected. It's Isco that he is the one that is going to be falling. And now Djibouti. The smoke grenade is launched out. Jibba peeks out. He makes the mistake to fall for the baited switch. It calls out. And we're waiting for the switch as well. Champion peeks out. He's getting dropped. Devil will be the next one to follow suit. And Jibba will be flushed out. Tricky spot. Isco back up again, flushed away. Easy boy. The last one left. Can he clutch? He's going for the heel. And he tried to pack it in, but unfortunately the Uzi will not get the job done. He will be taking a hit. And Champion is going to be the last one left. No Mercy has been knocked away though. Djibouti, can they hold on? The pressure is mounting. Champion, can he champion his team forward? And he will try again to lock it in. But it looks like Team Ghana has been eliminated by Team Nigeria. And that will be good night for Champion. As Klaus will see him off back into the lobby. Savage is going to think about this, but do have Team Congo in the cut right now. OBK. They have finally made their way into the lobby. Phase one of the circle closing out relatively very quickly. And it is going to put things into a different type of perspective for those teams that haven't made their way into the zone just yet. They will think about this going forward. They will reminisce. They will reminisce heavily on how they would want to close this out going into the next phase of the circle. But Congo right now do not necessarily have to move. But Eagle Claws currently sitting down with 12 points. S4E with 22 following their 4 eliminations. of Team Djibouti. Eagle Claws did have a pretty much almost flawless game in the previous match. They did secure some major points, 12 points to the good. When you want to win, you got to do way more. You have to do so much more than what is asked of you. You have to be able to turn things around and put on a major show, a major shift, major turnout. And S4E are currently doing that. Chicken Dinner in this game will all but do it for them. But Team Benem might have a different idea. Looks like it is going to be. Oh, he didn't light him up. Okay, he's waiting for his teammate to join him. Light him up. Yeah, that's what I love to see. Light him up one time. Yeah, T'Challa. Ain't no vibranium saving you this time, as those bullets will not be bouncing off any protective suit. Back into the lobby he will go. Cosmos is the one to close it out. And Bene will even the odds, or rather, reduce the odds even further. Tunisia crumbling down, cut after 50%. They will have to play as two now, and Clever and Stravia will have to think about their next idea and next concept of play. Pain and Violence will have to work with what they've got as well. It's not necessarily the best way playing as three, but for the meantime, it will suffice. Osmo's in a interlocking position for Team Bene, but they still have a long way to go though. Currently sitting in 8th. It's not the worst thing, but could be much better. Could be so much better. Well, it looks like Solo Esports are also trying to navigate their way through Madagascar with the same idea. I think most of the teams are starting to reconvene inside of Pachinki and its areas. It looks like Neo are trying to play just outside of Pachinki, a little bit towards that central position. As you can see, are sitting out just behind of that central side of Pachinki, but it looks like Solo Esports maybe having their own plans as they also make their own rotations towards that ruins area, Sunken City. I think that would be ideal for those teams playing out of Rozhok for the most part, but it looks like Triple S will get their hands dirty again off the cut. And Mauritania need to rise to the occasion here. They're trying to close this out. Oh, wow. He did get a flush with the coup. He did that perfectly as well. Mauritania definitely not starting with a means to go on. The sprays continue from Franco. But it's not enough that it looks like they might want to go for the chase. It doesn't look like they would. But Triple S will decide to hold this building just north of Rozhok. Keep their position. Keep their position significantly stronger. But they do have one elimination. They do have all of their players up. So things could be going very, very swell for them inside of this game. S4Es, they've got their eyes on the prize. Eagle Claw 2, the similar gestures. Much more positionally aware, though, going into zone number 3. Team Senegal as well, with the same jurisdiction, with the same ideas, with the same principles. You're starting to show in this match number 2. And all eyes will be on S4E and EC2. And also Tunisia. Can they be consistent with the performance? You can already see Tunisia struggling here. And Triple S already up to 10 points. And they have secured 1 elimination in this game. Things could get hairier for the other teams inside of that bubble. But Klaus is thinking, though. Does he want this? Does he want to play inside here, or do they want to just play the terrain? I think they want to play the terrain. I think that would be the most ideal thing. They will cross the bridge. Play Zone has drafted all of them over to the other side. It would be very interesting to see what they decide to do with this. But I believe they are going to hold the building just by the bridge to make sure they get a heads up of the opposition. But Klaus already making the play I expected, trying to get up to Everest. It's not the worst decision to make at this stage going forward. Sprays continue into the distance. Can't seem to find a way through, though. This Eagle Claw could be in a trade-off here. It looks like no more will secure 1 elimination. Not certain against what team that was. But might be Unique, right? I think it might be Team Unique getting absolutely railed here. No more aura code. Oh, clean spray by Elmine. And we'll close out on that one. It's a very solid spray. The bullets, the grenades are now flying through. Couple more to seal in. He's been spotted. Ooh, that's a good shot. Yeah, he's not gonna keep shooting. That I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that he's not gonna keep shooting. That's for sure. When that M24 touches you, yeah, bro, you're not gonna keep shooting, bro. You are definitely not gonna keep shooting. I don't know why he went for a body shot though. I mean, if you're trying to use an M24, but then it could possibly be for suppression. But still, if you're trying to use an M24, if you're trying to use a bolt action, aim for the head. Aim for the upper body. And Elmine did not aim for the head. He gets dropped off. And that's going to be a very hard rotation to make, but he's been spotted and he will be getting dropped off as well. He was never safe. He was never sure. And Al Capone not going to be so lucky. Team Cameroon, this could be their fight to take home. What they have to do is remain strong, remain vibrant, remain vigilant. Did see Elmine get dropped off. And now we are down to 11 teams. 37 players in the cut. And that is a clean clutch. Unique sent back into the lobby. It was a solid game from Cameroon. That puts them significantly closer on the leaderboards. And No More have found themselves in a very, very comfortable spot. But it's now a matter of keeping it 100. I mean, Solo Esports arguably in the best position inside of this circle. All they have to do is play it right, and big opportunity for a chicken dinner to roll on through. The beast. Sends a couple shots down hillside. No Mercy following suit as well. Klaus also getting in a piece of the action. 7 eliminations for them. 25 points to the good. No Mercy, you can see, leading the front line of the eliminators as Hulk is in second place, I believe. Clever in third, and Spawn is in fourth. And Carlos, eyes on the prize regardless. No Mercy, trying to clinch on. Ooh. Well, that's going to be good night. So Triple S, they go out. 2 eliminations under their belt. Yeah, they will surely be surpassed by the potential teams left right now. Team Bennett, other than their earlier exploits, where they eliminated a couple of players from Tunisia, they've been awfully quiet though. They have been in the blue zone for quite some time, and it looks like Zeno's about to ramp things up for Solo Esports. Gets the first drop. Again, Solo Esports sitting quite centrally. Mornax is going to get dropped away there by Eagle Claw. And it is Nigeria going up against Somalia. They do have the numbers though. He's trying to close out the doors. He's trying to get dropped away. Mahir closes that one out. More pain goes back into the lobby. That is going to be the ride coming to an end for Neon Rising. They go out with 4 eliminations. Nasty Boy gets caught out as well, gets dropped away. Hulk is stimming through though. Eagle Claws continue to dominate that entire area from one spot. It looks like they might have something on their hands right now. S4E, they've heard the commotion, they've heard the action going through. Oh, water spray from Borny. And Xenos gets dropped away there. Solo Esports could be in a lot of danger. Playboy almost getting dropped away, but fortunately for them, they're not too far apart. That is the key when you are playing this play. You have to make sure you can see all of your teammates standing at any spot. That is the key. That is the goal. Klaus over to that southern side, trying to rack it in, but he can't seem to find a way through. And Yuji Boy as well. It's all about the right perspective going into that last zone. It is zone 5. You've got 7 teams alive, 22 players all in the cut. Tunisia still very much alive with their 2 players. Madagascar up with 4, but only 1 elimination so far. Ooh, Casanova could be having a brush. A little bit of a dance with death here. I don't think that one DBS from that distance is absolutely criminal. It is absolutely criminal. But it is what it is. Boo-boo. Trying to hold his own there into the corner. First shot is good. That's a beautiful shot. Goes for the clutch. S12K suppressed. And they will be leaving the opposition depressed. Grenade is getting charged by Yuji Boy. He's the last hopeful for Solo Esports. That could get a job done for him. But it's a couple of inches shy. It's not enough to get it done. Neil Sachs is going to try again. Violence getting dropped off again. Beast getting caught up. UG Boy tries again, and he manages to escape with the skin of his teeth. He's low on HP. The sprays continue with the S12K. And that muzzle he put on it just continuously makes way into the corners there. Ground floor, no mercy. Getting caught out by Farkas, and S4E will lose all of their players. They will go out. Warney, the last one left, with what a tremendous grenade that was. And Neo's gonna try again. Over to the ground floors. UG Boy, last man alive. Solo Esports. Vargas gets tempted to peek out. He's gonna take a hit. And Bob Lepon gets knocked away as well. That's danger right now for Solo Esports. They're trying to hold this line, but there's too many bodies, too many grenades, and that will be case closed. Solo Esports will be swept away by Madagascar. Senegal will bow out in fourth. Now they do need to find a way into the zone. Bob Pong has been knocked away. He will not be making any advance. He will not be getting picked up. The play zone is where they need to be, and they are already making their move there as well. Franco circling back, causing to get a drop on him. Doria. Again, we'll pack it in. Oh, 1,000 aura for a reason. Gets the first spray down. Another spray down. Oh, 2 for 2 right now. Eagle Claw. They brought out their claws right now. 6 eliminations for 1,000 aura. Might just turn it out to 7, 8 eliminations in total. He's closing it out. He's closing rank. Close for the next one. 7. Now the numbers dwindling upwards. 10 eliminations. For Eagle Claws, they've raised it all the way up. 1,000 aura. Launches the grenade with aura. And that was not too far out. Pain has been knocked away there, but the pressure continues to mount. Eagle Claw not going to let this one slide away. And it's just a couple of inches wide. Not enough to get the job done, but he has the idea. It's all about the execution now. Lil Sax. It's a southern move, a southern push, trying to close the gap between himself and Pain. There's only so many grenades that 1,000 aura can pop through. The smokes are in his favor. He does have basically all of his teammates alive, except for Pain that has suffered a significant blow, but is not out of the woods just yet. There's 3 teams here. 6 bodies in the cut. And that is the end of Lil Sax. I believe Pain can still get picked up though. But no, he will succumb to his injuries. And it looks like this is going to be the game for the Eagle Claws. They finished in 2nd place in the last game. And that is exactly the plan. I mean, he's been spotted out, and that will be good tonight. Eagle Claws. Chicken dinner. In perfect fashion. Wow. And that was a much better performance than S4E had. Better performance than S4E for sure. But Somalia is absolutely dominating it. Game number 1, S4E. Game number 2, Eagle Claws. And these guys did an absolute bang up job holding the lobby all the way to the back, closing rank, doing everything to pitch point perfection to get themselves that chicken dinner. I believe they got about 11, if not 12 eliminations to close things out. I mean, that is the performance we are talking about. Good game, good action, good, solid work. All the statistics will be up on display very shortly to give you guys a little bit of a rundown of how that game went through. Take a look at that. It was 1,000 aura. MVP for sure. And they got 12 eliminations to back it up, to back that up. 12 eliminations and a chicken dinner. Much better performance from them coming through as opposed to what they did have in the first game. The first game was also pretty solid. And they did an amazing job this time of not falling into the propaganda, getting themselves that chicken dinner to follow. It's a good way to kick things off for them. Game number 2. Compounding with how they played the game number 1, they should be in first place. And yes, they are. 22 points. Mauritania with 14 in 2nd place. Somali Forever in 3rd place with 11. Madagascar in fourth place with 10. Solo Esports and Team Bennett all sharing 6 points apiece in fifth and sixth. Cameroon in seventh. Nigeria in eighth with 4 points. Team Niger in ninth place with 2 points. Tunisia in 10th place with 1. Ghana in 11th place with 1. Mauritius in 12th with 1. Guinea, Congo, DRC, and Djibouti. Unfortunately, they've not been able to find their footing just yet. But action was coming through from 1,000 aura, most eliminations, and the highest amount of damage, over 1,000 in damage. Franco got 1 grenade eliminations. Playboy from Solo Esports traveled 308 meters using his bullets, and no more betting. Doing Top Traveler 28-25. Big numbers coming through from him. No more. Did have a solid game though. They not necessarily the worst game they could have had, but you know, it's a good way to start things off. Somalia in the front seat. Sanok to them, and Erangel to Eagle Claws as well. Somalia in the driver's seat, and they're doing everything perfectly. Miramar is coming up next, but let's take a look at the overall leaderboard to give you guys a little bit of a vibe of what it's looking like right now. Eagle Claws and Somalia Forever in the front lines by a significant margin. And now we have Mauritania with 14 in third place, Tunisia in fourth with 13, Team Niger in fifth with 12 points, Madagascar also with 12, and Cameroon with 10, all the way in seventh. Senegal in eighth with 9, Team Benin, and also with 9, Team Nigeria with 7, Ghana with 6, Mauritius in 12 with 4, Djibouti with 2, Guinea, Congo, and DRC yet to make any points. What a game that was. 1,000 aura for a reason. He turned up the heat, and we saw exactly what he was capable of. Eagle Claw standing on business, 10 toes. But we've got Miramar up next. Yet another strategic change. So we're going to see who's going to come out on top in Miramar, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned and stay locked in. We'll be right back to give you some of that Miramar action after the break. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. It is the ESSF friendlies, and this is match number 3, and it is going to be Miramar. The action doesn't stop here. It is just kicking off. We've seen Eagle Claw and S4E take two separate chicken dinners in pristine fashion. Can they keep up the consistency? Can they do it again? Between the two teams, I believe it lies more towards Eagle Claw with their back-to-back solid top two performances, and than the guys from S4E. They have a little bit more of a difficult start after that chicken dinner, but it's not enough to deter them. They did get some points in the previous game, but now this playing path and this zone is going to be a big decider of how the rest of this game will play out for those teams that do love to play from the south. It's going to be a hard rotation to make. It's going to be a hard rotation to loot as well, but they are looking very comfortable. They are looking very solid. And take a look at how the play zone is in the south. And relatively older teams in the north will start to do the math and calculate, where do I want to land? Where do I want to be? What do I want to do? But it will be for discussion and not for discretion. As Oni does get knocked away. S4E in trouble already. And I'm pretty sure this is not what they envisioned in this game, as Bonnie will be going back into the lobby courtesy of Moles Triple S on the front foot once again, tearing through the opposition. He's sitting in 5th place, 12 points to the good. Well, this could be the game that decides all games, really. If Eagle Claw can get themselves another chicken dinner here, I believe that would seal the deal and close up any opportunity for any team to do anything else. Ooh. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We're back on track, and so far we haven't lost too many players. Only Borny from S4E. Again, S4E getting caught out. We believe it's more about the flight path than anything else, but regardless, it's all about the strategies in play going into this game. But as it stands, everybody is on the move. Team Nigeria not having the best start, got themselves roughly a ways from the zone. Eagle Claws also have got a distance to travel from the zone, or rather toward the zone. Pain Hawk, as we saw, 1,000 aura was absolutely cooking in the previous game. Can he do more of the same again? Can he do it all over again? We're about to find out. No Mercy strapped up the Mini 14 to send a couple more shots over to that hillside, but it's not enough. It's not enough. We'll have to lock in again, keep the pressure on. But for the most part, the teams that have had the experience of participating at the high level do have a little bit of an advantage over the others, but it doesn't necessarily stop them. It does put things into perspective, though. Triple S being one of those teams. But now, Mauritania is going to, going to try their best to keep this position locked in. Tunisia still fending off that earlier solid finish. They have been able to keep themselves afloat, still sitting in the top four. Unique is not having the best cut so far. They did get eliminated earlier on after they started quite nicely in Sandhawk, but got the best of them. But they're very capable and they are very strong in Sandhawk. Madagascar. Or I think the idea here is most teams are trying to find themselves into high ground position, exist. Ooh, this is dangerous. But Lossa will be getting dropped off there. Violence to follow suit. Ooh, Frags pulls up to the mix. And now here comes Unique. Waiting to close this out. Beautiful headshot. And that will be clean cut. Clean cut from Mauritius. Nobody's lost. Nobody's caught. And they bounce all the way up. Pretty sure that puts them into the top 10. And a lot of utilities could go forwards here, but all eyes on the prize. Tunisia will get the drop. And I believe one of the guys from No More. Team Djibouti. Right? Wait, NM is not No More, right? Okay, I think No More is another team. So I think No More is another team. So I think NM is Djibouti and I think No More is just another team. But I could be wrong. Yeah, NM is Djibouti. No More is another team. So it's not Djibouti. Okay. I see that now. Wait, No More. Then where are they from? I haven't locked in. I think they're from Mauritania, right? Oh, Cameroon. Imagine they were on my screen and I wasn't even locked in. So yeah, they're from Cameroon. Funny enough, I think this is the first Cameroonian team I'm seeing compete. Not necessarily been seeing them in the IESF, but I think they are in the IESF this year. The performance so far not bad. They're doing better than Nigeria at least. And Unique and Senegal right now. So they may just be in there. They may just be cooking. Ooh. That was dangerous. Xenos almost getting spun out of his vehicle there. He has been chased down. This is a big, big move. Gets the first drop. But he's not going to be so lucky. Solo Esports will lose one. And it is going to be the guys from Djibouti to make things happen. And immediately the drops continue. Nasty Boy with a nasty spray. Over to the top side. Gets the first drop immediately there. Djibouti in trouble. UG Boy will not back down. They will make the advance. The smoke's already in the air. UG Boy tries to make his way through Isco, trying to circumvent the angles there. But Solo Esports have every single area covered, but they do have to be careful though. They do have a player just right behind. Nasty Boy has to be very careful. That was very close for Comfort, almost getting dropped away, 1 HP, but the smokes do come out to seal his position. Isco trying to hold off to that corner side, south post to heal off the position as well. Nasty Boy still holding on the high ground. A little bit of a corner to work with. They do not have any vehicles. They are exposed by Nasty Boy, and they will be getting dealt with. He shields the right hand side with the smokes. Absolutely top tier IQ play. And Playboy will advance a little bit closer. All it takes is one more spray to close the gap there. And that is a beautiful shot. Isco will also be discovered, and down on his knees he will go. Oh, let's the Jebba. Jebba, the last one left for Team Djibouti. There's only so much he can do. All the angles there, trying to cover the bases. He get a knock on Nasty Boy as well, but the pickup will be coming through. And that is the case as it stands. Don't see him making much out of this one. I don't think, does he have a vehicle? I don't think he has a vehicle though, so I think that's what it's gonna cost him. But he did play a very solid Overwatch though for the rest of his team. Was pretty solid, but UG Boy should have an angle on him from here. Whoa. Well, that's going to be good night for him. Yes, he has been discovered and back into the lobby. He will go. Djibouti go out once again. Relatively quicker than they would have liked. And Cameroon thinking about their options here. They're thinking long and hard. Is pretty solid though. Let's keep things a little bit more interesting. T'Challa as well, but they are trying the bait and switch, trying to force Cameroon out into the open. It's all reliable for them, but S4E not taking the bait just yet. And unknown to them, they do have some opposition just rolling up north. So they all have to be careful about that rotation, though. It's going to keep things into a very, very interesting spectacle going into that final couple of zones. Remember, it is Miramar. High ground is the only ground. And Unique have that in droves. Currently sitting in 10th place. Just one above Neon Rising, Team Nigeria, and Team Ghana. I think you're supposed to rear. I think you're supposed to like use the back to go up, right? I think you are supposed to though. I think that's how it works. But you know, could be wrong. Amar is still looking for a way through this though. Still can't seem to find their way through. Here comes Amar. It looks like they don't want to commit all of their bodies to this push, though. It's the right idea. It's all about the execution. If they can find a way to see this through, it could be ideal for them to. Ooh, that's a solid Solid grenade to drive back the opposition. T'Challa still in the vehicle there. Mark almost getting dropped away. Could be very, very dramatic there. Had no idea that he was in that corner. And no more betting will get Clever knocked away. And the backside will be exposed as well. And that is going to be S4E, third party, the Century. And they are fighting on all fronts. T'Challa with a beautiful spray over to the top side. Gets the drop on Aura. And the grenade is tossed off again. Ramsey gets blown up by the vehicle. And no more Aura is also going to be knocked away. But that is going to be his teammates also taking a hit. And majorly, and that is a clutch from Peter. And Cameroon will capitalize. Oh, that was more towards S4E, just, you know, third partying this than anything else. That was just a huge third party coming through from S4E. It was the game changer. It was what allowed No More to keep on and hold on to the line there. Where it was a big, big third party. They did work out in their favor. Here comes Mauritania. Trying to lock in. Unique as well. Playing off the left-hand side. Keish. Spots. Oh, big spot. Big knock. Over to the west side. It's exposed right now. And Mauritania thinking about it again. Over to the lock side, but the beautiful drop from Farkas. In case she's going to be knocked away. Legacy now takes the advance. Switches over immediately to the S12K. Left-hand side tries to peek right through, but doesn't seem to get the angle. First couple sprays over to the left. Doesn't connect. We'll try again. Reload is immediate. The grenade is sent over. Molotov to follow through. Farkas trying to keep the angles and keep his teammates all from getting extinguished here. And it's going to be a hard one to knock through. Legacy continues to moan the pressure. Keish has been spotted. That grenade is perfectly launched. Will cut his HP even further down. And Goats tries to circle back again over to the southern side. Can he find an angle? Legacy continues to hold the line. The pressure continues to mount on Mauritania. And Mauritius, they have something. They want to close this out. The pickup already coming through from Keish. They need to stop the pickup. Well, Legacy continues to mount the pressure. It's not going to allow them to get any closer. Farkas still playing below towards the southern side. He's circled back to his teammates. And now they are back in full strength. That was a dangerously close grenade. Enough to spell some unforsaken positions here. But Goatsy is going to try again. And he does hop into his vehicle. The moment he decides to drive, things would go from bad to worse. That's another grenade. And yet another grenade. Moles has been knocked away. Legacy tries again to find an angle here, but they're not trying to commit to the low ground position. And he does drop the first blood, but it doesn't connect. What a grenade from Frags. Frags, more Frags. And that will be good night, but Legacy does get blown away through all of that action. But it's enough to make it happen. But take a look at that. Team Nigeria and Somali forever. It looks like they may be locking horns here. More pain, more grenades, more stees, more aura, grenades flying all over the place. The beast has to be forced all the way back. They are going to think about this one as they circumvent the position that they've got so far. Neon Rising will not give up that position. No mercy. Will experience no mercy as the DBS will connect to his skull. Back into the lobby he goes as well. Rising, capitalizing on the position that they've got so far. It is working in their favor again. High Spirit. Discovered and sent away. The Beast. Moving a little bit closer here, but he is caught between a rock and a hard place. He has moved up. And he's now between Neon Rising and Unique. That is the worst place you want to be right now. It's all about the contingencies. All about the plans here. Keish gets the drop on the Beast, and that's going to be good night for him. Again, was a very bad spot to be in, and he has learned the hard way. Neo continued to buy in. For every waking second, the game looks more and more unique than anyone else's. The next zone is going to decide who will come out on top. But let's not forget, Eagle Claw is still very much in it here. They haven't lost a single body. But they haven't secured a single elimination either. Solo Esports with their mindset and idea of their own. Casanova gets caught out, slipping, gets knocked away as well. There is a chance that the pickup is very, very possible. Nasty Boy looking for a way through. We've got 5 eliminations so far. Solo Esports and Moles will get a drop on Playboy. And now his attention. Nasty Boy's attention will be split into 2. His teammate has fallen to the sword. We will decide if he wants to go back and offer some defensive fire. The UG Boy has been in a car crash. And Nasty Boy trying his best to make something come out of this here, but unfortunately he's not going to be so lucky. He will be discovered, and Wick is the one that discovers him. Triple S now on the front foot. They will get a drop in. Monax is discovered by Unique. He goes down. Neon Rising in trouble again, and Madagascar also in trouble, playing off on that top half. They are trying to find their way into the zone though, but things are not looking too fortunate for them. They will circle back, and Casanova has been picked up. But they have to move. They have to find a place into the zone to make something happen here. It's not the time for things to start trailing off. Hawk as well has been putting in a serious amount of pressure. But here comes Neon Rising now. They crash into the party. They make the plays. They're taking hits. They're circling backs. More ammo peeks out. He's going to be taking hits as well. He falls. And Payne is the one that puts him back into the lobby. Klaus is the one. He's been shooting. His position has been given away here, but now everybody's deciding to crash the party here. Here comes more Steez. Grenade in hand. All it takes is one hit, and oh wow, what a shot that was from Klaus. He closed that one very, very dangerously. But Neon Rising will hold on, but that was dangerously, dangerously close. Peter is going to circle back, and they will decide to crash into the party. They want more, and they will hold on. First spray immediately, and here comes Elil Sachs, but he's exposed over to the back end. He's taking hits. They have to try. There's a lot of chaos brewing in every single corner. More grenades sent into that left-hand side. Pulls again. As Bobley Pong is trying to circle back again. It is all down to just one player left. Molotov perfectly launched. Oblicom's on fire. He has to be careful that he doesn't take more hits. And he's circling back and forth. Into the corner again. More Nax. Planes into the right-hand side. Spinning through, but he's all exposed. And he has to keep the engagement over to the other side. Allow for the pickup. Allow for the drop-off. He does get the first drop again into the right-hand side, but it's not unfortunate. He will take more and more hits. He misses the first shot. He gets the first drop. Oh, goes for the second. Oh, what a clutch from Mornax, but he's taking hits from the high ground. And unfortunately, it's not enough. He goes back into the lobby. And Eagle Claw on par for their next chicken dinner. 1,000 aura charges the grenade again. He's spotted. Casanova's grenade is even better, but it's not enough to drop him all the way. Eagle Claws again, trying to claw themselves a chicken dinner, but unfortunately 1,000 aura. He was spotted with the grenade in hand and he was disturbed, but Casanova is also exposed and Hawk continues to smash. He's holding the hillside position. He's absolutely tearing through all of the opposition, and he's still got a teammate to apply some more pressure from that top ground. And it's everything that they exactly need. Wobblypog, Madagascar have everything locked. Is there somebody in the blue? Yep, there's somebody in the blue. I'm expecting that to be the case, but it looks like it is. And Mahir will not extend any further. It looks like it is Ghana going out in fourth. And I believe they were able to steal one away for themselves before going out. That's a nice grenade from Madagascar. And now we are down to just 3. Triple S still in the mix here. Trying to close things out. The grenades continue to fly. Top floor. Surely that will seal the deal. They try again into the little bit of a corner space here. Look at that. Ooh, almost getting punched off. 1,000 aura, a little bit of a peek, but McKinnon will follow suit as well. He takes the first hit and it will be getting dropped off as well. Hawk smashing once again. 2 bodies in the air. He flies them all the way back into the lobby. Young tries to circle back, finds a way through. The smokes all over the system, trying to hide the position. Hall continues to mount the pressure. 1000 aura, grenade in hand. He's trying to close this out, and that will be the end of the road. They will go out in third. What a performance they have put in. Eagle Claw, surely now they have won the friendlies with this performance. A potential 10 eliminations. Chicken Dinner 2 over to the third, and that will be the game. Eagle Claws again. Chicken Dinner perfectly deserved, perfectly executed. 1000 aura. Once again, big move, big game, big money. Somalia on top. What a game. I mean, Eagle Claws, I saw it after the last game. I saw it. Yeah, consistency. Top 2 finish in game 1. Chicken Dinner in game 2. Chicken Dinner again in game 3. Yeah. This is the team. This is absolutely the team that Somalia should be sitting behind going forward. What a performance they just had. Big game, regardless. Absolutely incredible stuff coming through from 1000 aura and Hawk. He used that position to maximum efficiency, and he did everything right. But take a look at the Chicken Dinner stats from Eagle Claw. Once again, 10 eliminations and a Chicken Dinner to follow suit. It doesn't get any better. They have been absolutely incredible with their performance, but unfortunately 1000 aura just didn't get all the points. This time around it went to Hulk and Pain. A little bit went to Mahir as well, but he did get eliminated somewhere along the line. But it was a good game regardless. Eagle Claws showing exactly how good they are. But now that shows you 20 points to the good. Mauritius in second place with 11 points. Niger in third place with 9. Also with 9 points is Madagascar in fourth. Senegal in fifth place with 6. And I believe that is Team Nigeria also with 6 points in 6th. Cameroon in 7th place with 6 as well. Ghana with 6. Mauritania with 4 in 9th, and Tunisia in 10th with 2. Somali Forever S4E in 11th with 1. Djibouti in 12th. Benin, Guinea, Congo, and DRC, no points. Yo, regardless, Hulk was smashing. 6 eliminations, 674 on the damage scores, almost doing 700 to the good, but Frags was fragging. We saw him eliminate 2 with 1 grenade. That was next level from him. Klaus also doing 272 meters across the board, across the Miramar. That was a big move coming through from him as well. Legacy with the cut as well. 2 Chicken Dinners in back-to-back fashion for Eagle Claws. 3 games down, 1 more to go. They did everything perfectly in this game. They picked the right moment. They did everything they needed to do. They put in the work. But let's take a look now at what the leaderboard overall will show us and tell us about how these teams have performed over these 3 games. Again, it is always going to be very interesting to see what the deal is here, but Eagle Claws have done the job. 54 points to the good. I don't think they're getting caught. I think they have finished top 1. But Team Niger is also in there in third place with 21. And S4E in second place with 30. Madagascar also sharing 21 with third place Niger. They currently sit in fourth. Mauritania in fifth place with 18 points. And Cameroon with 16, Tunisia with 15 as well, Senegal with 15, Mauritius also with 15, Nigeria with 13, currently sitting in 10th, Ghana currently sitting in 11th with 12, Benin in 12th, currently sitting with 9 points, Djibouti with 3, Guinea, Congo, and DRC, no points. Wow. Big game, very big game we just witnessed. Eagle Claws showing us exactly what they are made of, but absolutely incredible performance right now. Somalia clearly in the driver's seats, all gas, no brakes. 3 games down, 1 more to go, ladies and gentlemen. So let's stay locked in. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be right back for the final game of the night to give you guys who is going to be top 1. All right, we are back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. The action keeps on going. It looks like Lazy's the one that's going to be knocked away here. It's not necessarily the way things were supposed to go for him, but it looks like Neon Rising will be the first to go out and back into the lobby. Lazy is going to be another victim of circumstances. And everyone is going to be thinking long and hard. Can Eagle Claws be caught? Can they be caught? Or is it an impossible race, you know? And they have already started the game in top form. They've secured themselves, you know, one elimination already. Probably going for the most amount of points they can secure. Probably back to back to back chicken dinners. And on the front foot and trying to pack it in. Looks like S4E wants this more than they know, and that is a good trade-off again. Clowns with the final hit over to that left-hand side. Grenades are starting to launch all over the place for sure. And Easy Boy, only so much he can do there. He's been spotted, and that's going to be good night. 7 eliminations for S4E. And it looks like they want to do it. It looks like they want to get caught. It looks like they want to chase them down, though. It really looks like they want to chase down Iruklo. I can see it. They're not backing away from this at all. They're really trying to pack it in and see how many eliminations they can get. And all eyes on the prize here. Very quintessential with the way they are holding the zone, though, and holding the lobby. I mean, I'll tell you that one. You have things in a different perspective. So far, we haven't lost the plot just yet. Ooh, S12K from Indraday again, trying to close that one down. S4E have turned the entire lobby into some interesting shenanigans. They are trying their best to keep the ops from losing out. Ooh, that's a beautiful grenade. Again, there's trouble. More bodies again into the corner, and that is how they breach. S4E tearing it through. 10 eliminations already and 9 teams left. And I think it was Unique that got caught out. And it's still looking yet to secure. It's a very, very, very rough call. Very rough call. I mean, what are they doing though? Like, I don't understand what they're doing, dog. Like, what does this mean though? Like, S4E, like, what are they trying to do? I mean, all of this is great, but you can't allow Eagle Close to have a good game still. You can't, you know what you gotta do. You know what you have to do. You know, S4E know what they gotta do. They know what needs to be done, and they have to do it. You know, if they don't do it, it's gonna really hurt them. it's gonna really hurt them if they don't just make the call. If they're not decisive enough to deal with, Eagle Claw like right now, they have to be dealt with. But Eagle Claw, knowing this, the way with the momentum they're on right now, I mean, 10 points, 40 points as it stands. Ooh, that's a dangerous shot. That's a very dangerous shot. Again, they will trade yet another one. 11 eliminations. Again, another trade. Oh my goodness. Knockers gets knocked away here. And here comes Borny to close this out. Yet more bodies lying in the wake of S4E. They're up to 12 now. 42 points to the good. 56 from Eagle Claw. I mean, this is a real battle going on right now. These two teams do not want to give it up, but they need to do this face to face. S4E needs to see what Eagle Claw is talking about. They need to go head on. They need to lock in. This is the only way this works. And Eagle Claw now looking for a way through to circle back is Mauritania. If Eagle Claw get eliminated right now, they could be in trouble. And here they go. The moment this elimination comes through, I'm pretty sure S4E will rain on this parade. One knock. It's dangerous. Mauritania do not want to commit. They do not want to commit to this. I was expecting them to commit to this, though, but Hulk is going to circle back and get a better angle here as Farigas tries to circle into the other side and get a position for his team, but it's not looking like that's going to be the case. Knockers in High Spirit will go back to join the High Spirits in the heavens. He's back in the lobby. Mahir trying to circle back. Another one again goes down. Eagle Claws in trouble. They're out in the open. They're getting exposed by Mauritania. One after the other. They're falling apart. There's trouble right now for Eagle Claw. They cannot afford to lose out. Not with the momentum that S4E has. They're trying to back away, but no. He runs into him straight up, and the bullets starting to fly through. They're trying to escape. And they might just have made it out. What an escape that was. If that is not the greatest escape heist I have seen, wow. Eagle Claws just escaping by the skin of their teeth, hopping into the vehicles and getting out of Dodge. I mean, nah, that's a team that deserves the spot for real. If they know how to escape like that, there's nothing they can't do. And now they will run into the opposition. I was trying to pack it up into the other side. The grenades that's trying to fly in. Molotov is perfectly launched. It might get the job done. Oh, that's a very, very close call. He tried to circle back again, get the better side of the opposition. Chichala making amends. The youngster corner. Oh, that's a beautiful jump shot again. He trays off for 1 for 2, gets the second drop. And now it's all left to Leo Sachs for Madagascar. Grenade is launched. It does hit a little bit, but Chala will absorb the damage. Can he redirect the damage as well? Grenades continue to circumvent again over to the other side. More inches aside to connect, but it's too far out. That is going to be the job done by Tunisia. It will go out in front. And there's a big possibility for them to take over that top 3 position. And everyone's position here now, but it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a trade-off there. Oh, here they come now, but immediately Klaus will return the favor. There's pressure now. Farkas almost getting dropped off. One again is going to try to the other side, but the grenade immediately on Franco. He's going to be the victim. He's swept away. I mean, what is going on? But they have lost 2 players, but they will continue to rack up the eliminations. 14 eliminations now. The best thing that could happen to Eagle Claw right now is for S4E to deliver themselves to them in this manner. But right now, every single position counts. Every single point counts. Tunisia, no more. Trying to lock it in, but Klaus actually gets the drop from behind the smoke. Still not enough. They need more. 45 points to the good. They need more. A chicken dinner is the only result that will change anything here. Or at least a top 2 finish and Eagle Claw going out. But Eagle Claw are 4 up. All of their players are alive. All they have to do is keep up the pressure, and now they will be sending the sides, but they will get the first drop in, and Fadakas will be sent back into the lobby. And that is the end of the road for him. As for E, continue the pressure. They continue to mount forward. 6 teams left. 20 bodies inside of the lobby. The circle starts to close. And it's just phase 3. Every single plan they've made so far. Now is the time to reap it going forward. The sight lines, the positions, the angles. They are trying to close this with the quickness, but they have to be very certain. So Tunisia, I believe, have broken into the top 3. And everything is exactly as it seems, but there's more to be done here. There is so much more to be done. The bullets, they fly. And Tunisia looking for the opposition, looking for a way in. And they seem to have found it. But it's now a matter of, can they do anything with it? How probable does this position be? 4 eliminations and a couple of placement points in there somewhere. Eagle Claws know exactly what to do, and they're doing it right. S4E still chasing down their biggest opposition. A couple of minutes onto the zone even drags them even closer together. Amar getting a little bit of a trade-off there. More damage going all over the place as well, but S4E sitting quite nicely though. It's all left to No Mercy and Klaus. Are they about to pull off the inevitable? Are they about to pull off the incredible? Cameroon, on the other hand, also looking for where the action is, where the party's at. And that looks like they might have found it. And there is some danger being observed here. Oh, what a grenade from No More Betting. He locks that one in. The S12K for good measure, and that is going to be the end. Mahir steals it away once again. They add yet another point to their tally. The clues are out again. The clues are out once more. Things are looking very, very drab for S4E. The longer this game drags on with Eagle Claws alive, they may have just done enough to clinch top one. Hulk in a good spot here. It is going to be Zen that has been spotted, and that's a big knock. Mahir gets the drop on him. And 1000 aura with the finish. And here comes Hulk. A little bit of a spin into the corner again, but Clever will get him knocked away. And Tunisia might have something here. He gets the run over. Klaus runs Payne over. And this could be the start of something special. This could be the start of something special. Two players from Eagle Claw have been knocked away. Hawk and 1000 aura, the last two left. Can they go for the pickups? Klaus goes for the finish as well. Cosmos is trying to hold the line here, get a bit of a defensive position. Payne will be swept back into the lobby. Klaus gets out of the visible line, gets out of dodge. But are they aware that another player from EC has been dropped away? Are they aware? No Mercy and Klaus. They're up to 16 now. 1000 aura continues to pepper the shots, but it's not enough. Mahir is still down on his knees, hasn't been able to get picked up, but they do decide to pull up to the party. And now they are getting absolutely circled up into different positions. Hall gets knocked away, and it's all left to 1000 aura. He feints to the left, feints to the right, but no answer this time. S4E is their time to shine. They're up to 17 now. They may just do it. They may just turn this around on its head. The chicken dinner may be the only answer, but they cannot afford to lose any more bodies. Top 5 and a couple of eliminations in the bank there for EC, but did they do enough with that performance? S4E have outperformed them in this game, and it may be by a huge margin. Bennett continue, no mercy with a spray. T'Challa gets caught off, and he might be getting dropped away there. Cameroon circling back and forth, trying to get away through. Sprays continue into the open. More sprays, more angles. The blue zone now will force them out into the open. They need to find a way through, and they need to make sure that they do not get camped inside. More sprays again, continuously peppering the shots, but they have to make sure that they are not outside in the blue. They need to find a place inside that zone where they can deal the most damage. And Ramsey's trying to circle back as well. Cosmos is exposed. He's going to get knocked away. Bennett trying to hold on. Tunisia as well. They've got 5 eliminations. Peter takes more hits. Klaus is discovered. T'Challa will get him out in the open, and that's going to be good night. It's all left to no mercy now. All the solo, the lonesome. He's dealing with a full squad of all players. Aura goes out as well. They've got him 20, I believe, but I don't think 20 is enough. 25 maybe, 26 maybe. Can they do the job? Can they snatch top 1 from EC? I mean, EC did get some points on the board as well. I believe they got up to 60 total, but I'm not sure. I'm not certain. The numbers are starting to reduce even further. This could be a third-party scenario. Cosmos is caught out. He's going to be knocked away as well. We're down to 9 players, 4 teams in the cut. Amar is looking for a way through, looking for a little bit of noise to make. Plays off the left-hand side. Drama. Trying to hold on. Spits through, goes back in. Cameroon looking for a way inside as well, and Ramsey is gonna be trailing off, and Violence gets caught out as well. Ramsey blows him up into smithereens. Clever tries to hold on as well, plays off the left-hand side. There's a big spray, and Drama will be the victim. No more betting, circling back and forth, trying to hold a wine into the line, and no more betting could hold off even further. He will be getting swept away. They're down to 3 now, down to 4 now. No more betting, swept away. 4 versus 1. It's up to no mercy, and the play zone is not in his favor. He's done all he could do. They've got 18 eliminations, and he has to be careful. If he can steal yet another one, that might be curtains for them. But Tunisia surely have the game in the bag. They should not decide to offer any bodies to this guy. They should not decide to offer anybody. They have to be very careful. He pots the grenade over to the top side. He circles back, switches building into the left-hand side. He goes for it into the corner, and unfortunately, that will be good night. But did they do enough? Chicken dinner to Tunisia. And what a finish that was. S4E, 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 big drip, big game, big money. S4E doing everything right up until the final third. I mean, 18 eliminations and a second place finish. I don't know if that is enough. I think it might be. I honestly think they may have just snatched it. I want to know how many points EC2 got. I mean, that is the only way to know these things, because I wasn't even keeping tabs on the scores. I wasn't even keeping tabs on the leaderboard. But man, I mean, I was worried when it got to like 10 limbs and there were still some bodies left. I was worried. I was like, yo, like what's going on? And they kept on going and going and going, and they got into the top two. I mean, a top two finish. I would have been worried for them if they were like fifth or sixth. But let's take a look at the stats. Let's see for ourselves and take a look at that. Oh yeah, it was. I was actually hoping to see S4E, but yeah, this was the team that actually won the chicken dinner. Tunisia, going out clutch in 9 eliminations and a chicken dinner to boot. I think that puts them firmly in third place. Solid performance from them. T'Challa, Amar, Clever, and Ramsey putting in that work. Well, how much work did S4E put in? Because I'm pretty sure they're going to appear on the stats all over the place. But let's take a look at that leaderboard. 24 points. 24 points. Tunisia with 19 and Eagle Claws with 9. I think the 9 may have just done it for them, but I'm not sure. It's going to be very tight. Cameroon in 4th place with 7. Benin in 5th place with 4. Senegal in 6th place with 4 as well. And Mauritania in 7th place with 2. Congo with 2 as well. And Nigeria with 1 alongside Madagascar. Niger, Guinea, Ghana, Mauritius, DRC, and Djibouti. No points on the board for either of those teams. No mercy in front, as expected. 5 eliminations to the good, but Klaus was cooking 1,087 in damage points. No mercy with a grenade as well. 375 meters for Clever. We saw that elimination, but 2,400 for Regra. For the guys from Congo, he managed to travel all around the map and travel back to the lobby as well. But we saw the madness, we saw the chaos. What did that mean? S4E with that chicken dinner in game number 1. EC2, Eagle Claws with 2 chicken dinners in back-to-back fashion with both Erangel and Miramar. But in match number 4, it was Tunisia that took the final game. Did they do enough to get into the cut? But what a game that was. The chicken dinner was absolutely incredible. An incredible performance regardless. But let's take a look at the overall leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who made it in. Did S4E do it? No, they did not. 54 points is all they got, and 63 went to Eagle Claws. The 9 points they got in that game catapulted them all the way into number 1. Congratulations to the top 1 Eagle Claws. They did everything right. 54 for Somalia Forever. Tunisia in 3rd with 34. And the guys from Cameroon and Madagascar, 23-22 apiece. And Niger with 21. Mauritania with 20. Senegal with 19. Mauritius with 15. Benin with 14. Nigeria with 14 as well. Ghana with 12. Djibouti with 3. And Congo with 2. Guinea and DRC, no points on the board. What a game, what a turnout. Big games we saw, but EC were just that much better, and it showed in how they performed. Absolutely incredible stuff, ladies and gentlemen. But we have come to the end of the broadcast, so don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Big shout out to the ESSF for bringing the action, and a big shout out to production from GPE Studios. Catch you in the next one if they have us all again. So until then, I'm Priest, and I hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. See you at the next one.